Hi, my name is Steve, and I had an implant supportive bridge done by Dr. Norkin. I was trying to open up a bag of potato chips and didn't have such luck trying to tear it, so I put it to my mouth to try and rip it open, which was not a very good idea, and out popped a crown. We were supposed to be going out that night. This was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had this big opening in my mouth right in the front, right up here. So I'm a bit vain. It wasn't going to be a good night for me. That's when I didn't know what to do, and then it popped into my head to call Dr. Norkin's office. Dr. Norkin's office arranged for the appointment for this other doctor who was in the same building. So when I went to see him, he cleaned it up a bit, sealed it, put it back in, and indicated that I should go see Dr. Norkin. And in so doing, and him examining me, he felt that that was not going to be good, and that even an implant wouldn't be sufficient either.
Very quickly identified that he had a very healthy implant adjacent to this front tooth. Many other doctors would have said, you know what, let's just take this tooth out to be broken and place an additional implant. But the last thing I wanted to do was simply do another procedure so that we could generate income. It was more important that we do what was right for Steve and tailor the treatment to him to get the most ideal outcome. So instead, I thought that a far less invasive treatment and frankly less expensive treatment would be better for him.
He's a very warm guy, very caring guy, and it meant a lot to me for Dr. Norkin to make time in his schedule, because it was at the end of the day and he probably was done for the day, and then put me on as an extra patient, and we were together for in excess of 2 hours.
We took out the broken tooth that could not be saved, placed a graft there, built up the tissue, and then attached a temporary to his otherwise healthy adjacent implant. Ultimately, he wound up with a two-tooth crown on one implant, which is holding up just beautifully for him. This gave him a fantastic aesthetic result, terrific function, saved him considerable money, and avoided putting him through unnecessary procedures.
You know, that was pretty darn impressive, to be honest with you, because I went home with a bag full of stuff and a sheet of instructions. And I didn't even realize that he had done as much work that he had done. So equally as impressive as that night, the phone rang, and it was Dr. Norkin checking to see how I was doing, and I was doing fine. It's almost unkind to call him just a dentist. I think he's just a great doctor.